Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. All you have to do to receive your divine inheritance is change your old way of thinking. There is a thing going around. If you are not careful, it will attach itself to you. What it does is drain you of everything you have. It will suck you dry and leave you to die. This thing is called the spirit of the doo-doo. It attaches your brain. It attacks your brain. It can drive you insane. It never lets you rest. It is constantly telling you what to do. Do this, do that, do it faster, do it better, do it quicker, do it now, do it today, do it for me, do it for money, do it or else, do it again. You better do it. You better not do it. They saw you do it. You should do it. You should not try to do it. When will you do it? How will you do it? Why would you want to do it? You can't do it. You better do it. Don't you ever do it. There is only one way to get rid of the spirit of the doo-doo. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat 100 times. Father, Mother, Source, what would you have me do? Ha ha. The power of the doo-doo.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just don't do it. Why would you want to do it?
You made a decision already. Please.
Okay. Don't ask me to do it. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Just Being Me podcast. We are here on our last episode of the year 2021. Yay, we made it. We made it all the way through the year of the pandemic. Well, the second year. Ain't this the second year of the pandemic?
Yeah, we're in the second year. Yeah, can you believe that?
Wow. And we're going to begin with another variant. And that's taking people down and out again. So, hope y'all vaccinated. They said the people that's vaccinated, they'll get sick, but they won't get sick as bad. So, for those naysayers, that's the difference. That's the difference. You be in the hospital and whatever. Do you?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Miss Mary is on the box.
Hello.
Yes. We weren't here last week. Were we here last week? No. Was we here last week?
We were here last week.
Oh, we were here last week. It was a week before last. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, all the days are running together right now.
They are running together. That is so true.
Yeah, just running together. So thank you guys. Actually, our numbers went up last week when I looked at the it went up by 54%. So thank you guys.
Look at that.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. I guess y'all missed us the week that I was sick, and then you tuned in, and everybody was like, "Where'd y'all go?" So we here. We here. Continue to spread the word to your friends and family about our podcast, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under Podcasts. Yes. So this is the last one for the year. So if you haven't had a chance to catch up on all of our episodes for the year, go back, listen to them. They're all there. You can listen to everything we talked about in 2021. So yes. Weekend review. Oh yeah, let's do a weekend review. What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
I just spent some time with family. I had some family in from out of town. And so we spent some time together. And then I did just a little shopping. I just wanted to pick something up. So I did some shopping, and that was basically it. I didn't do a lot. I just picked up a couple of things, and that was basically it. That was my weekend. It was pretty full. I was tired, girl. I was like, oh. What about you? What'd you do this weekend?
You know, I was at the kitchen, pastrami on the run, located at 358 West 38th Street in downtown Los Angeles, near USC. Okay. Oh, and you can go to our website at pastramiontheRun.com and place an order. That's where I was. I was at Pastrami on the Run all weekend. Okay, wait. So like I said, days are running together. So Saturday I was there, I believe, all day. And then Sunday, we went to this place in Pasadena. Okay, back all the way up, Margot. Come on. Where's your ginkgo biloba? Okay. Saturday, I was at the kitchen. Saturday night, my auntie's 60th birthday was her birthday. Her birthday was the following Monday, and her daughter gave her a birthday party at El Cholo's in Pasadena. And me and my sister went there. It was a surprise party, and she was very surprised. And we had a really, really, really good time. My sister, I'm a comedian, as y'all know, and I can't stand just silence. I can't stand awkward silence. So I make stuff funny. Like I'll start talking and make, just joke around. And me and my auntie always joke around. So I was like, oh, you turned 100? You turned 100 today? She was like, no, I ain't turned 100. I'm 60. I said, no, she said, I know I ain't turned 100. I said, oh, when is your actual birthday? She was like, Monday. I said, you right. You didn't turn 100 today, but you're going to turn 100 on Monday. And she like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. We just had a really good time. And my sister, she said, she was telling my other sister, she was saying, Margot just turns on. And she said, I was looking at her like, shut up. I was like, oh, well, it just turns on. And I turn it off because I feel like I'm doing much. So then I'll turn off, I'll sit back, and then, just observe the room or whatever, and then it's just like that awkward silence, and then something just comes, and I just start talking, and it starts a whole little situation. So, did that. It was really fun. We had a good time. She was very surprised. She looked very beautiful. We always call her the auntie. She looks like, she reminds us of Tina Marie. She's Hispanic and black. But that was my uncle's, I won't say his first girlfriend, but the girlfriend that we knew where the first cousin was produced. And she was always with our family, even when they were no longer together and he was with some other people. That's our auntie. We didn't claim none of the other ladies. That's our auntie. That was our auntie right there. Mm-hmm. So we celebrated her, and then on Sunday, I was at the kitchen, and then my sister came and got me, and we went to this restaurant in Pasadena called Pinocchio's Pizza. It's an Italian restaurant, and we went to go do a food tasting so that we can see if we were going to do our engagement party there. And the food was so delicious. I mean, so delicious. The bad thing is in Pasadena, but it was like, well, people, it's just Pasadena. We're not saying come to San Bernardino. We're not saying go to San Diego. Pasadena, right up the 110 freeway. But it was like not just like a straight shot. It took us off the freeway. We went down Colorado. We seen the benches from Rose Parade. My sister was like, oh, they put she said, oh, there's the benches. I said, what benches? She said, oh, the benches. I was like, oh, then she said, there's the benches. What you call them benches? You don't know these people out here. But it took us a little detour. The GPS took us a way that we didn't need to go.
Oh, wow.
We could have went straight. But it took us the parade route. So we went the scenic route. But the food was so good. The food was delicious. We had a Caesar salad. We had a Greek salad. Both delicious. We had a chicken fettuccine. We had a beef lasagna and chicken cacciatore. And mozzarella sticks and fried zucchini that looked like mozzarella sticks. All of it was just so delicious. I was like, all the food is good. Like, All of it's good. So we're gonna have it there, I believe. So that was it. That's all I did, and then I went and got my booster shot on Monday, and got a little sick on Tuesday when I woke up. I was fine Monday, but I said within 12 hours, if you have symptoms, that's when it was gonna hit. When I woke up in the morning, I had I was just tired. I was really tired. I had a stuffy nose, and probably around 10 o'clock, I felt a little better, but it was raining like cats and dogs. Like, it was pouring.
Oh, yeah.
Pouring. I was like, I'm just going to stay out all day, because I was going to come because I was going to go to the opening. I said, well, maybe I'll just go to the opening. But then I looked at the window. I was like, I'm not about to get out in that rain. I'm just going to stay home. And then now here I am. Here with you. And here I am. Here with you. We're back. Let's see. So we gonna I'm sorry I'm smacking.
What are you eating?
I have my peppermint candy in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
But my cinnamon candy, not peppermint.
I was just gonna say that looks like a cinnamon.
Right. Cinnamon, and it's hitting my teeth, and it's like it's hurting, and I'm trying to like move it to the other side, and it started hurting. So let me just take it out of my mouth, because
okay.
something don't feel right. Okay, look. So since this is our last episode of the year 2021, we're not gonna do any news or nothing like that. I mean, y'all can see the news, crazy stuff happening, COVID or whatever. Same old thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about our year of 2021. So we have a couple of questions, and I'll throw the first one to you, and then you can throw it back at me.
Okay.
So, what have you loved about 2021?
What I've loved, and I've been talking about this for the last couple of days, is that now I have two grandkids. Mm-hmm. So now when I talk to the boys, I remember a time when I would ask my daughter, "What did he say?"
Aww.
You know what I mean?
Right, because he's still baby talking. Like,
right now, we're talking about 5 and 3. They got the conversation. They are talking to me, and I'm just like in awe to hear them complete sentences and just say what they're going to say. And you know what I mean? You want me to say something for you, Yaya? Are you going to come to my house? I'm going to come to your house. And, it's just conversation. And it's this conversation. Mm-hmm. It's this conversation. And I'm just like, I just love to hear them talk.
Aww.
It's just like, oh my goodness. And it's so funny because my daughter now says to me, she'll call me at a weird time, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she said, the boys want to talk to you. I'm like, oh, okay. and they just get to talking. They're telling me about school. They're telling me they got a smiley face and what they did, and they talking about the kids in the school. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm just like, wow. How did this happen?
Right.
You know what I mean?
This like overnight.
Yeah, and it's just like they're actually talking.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They're actually putting these words together, and they're actually talking, and it's making sense. And I'm just like, what do you want for Christmas? And they're talking and telling me, and I'm just like, wow. Mm-hmm. What happened today at school? They're telling me.
Right.
I'm just like, that is, I just come to love it. I just come to love it that, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get it. They're able to communicate and they're able to tell me. Mm-hmm. The other, I'm sick. I'm like, are you really? Yeah, I'm sick. Like, oh my God. And they just say it, and and I'm just like, oh my God, this kid, it's just so, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
That's cool.
I just love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. Mm-hmm. I just love to hear them and just watch them grow. And, I can understand them now. It just feels wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It feels great.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm loving
They
it. What
so
about
cute.
you?
I love what I loved about this year, and I just actually thought about this. I got engaged this year.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And I love that. I mean, I love the nervousness that my guy really had. It was so genuine that he was so nervous. He came to my job, and Mary was in on it and everything, and I felt a nervous energy as he was sitting next to me. He brought all of us pastrami on the run, and that was the whole reason why he told me he was coming, because he's like, oh, I'm just going to bring you guys some lunch and, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm just talking away as usual. And Mary's like, Margot, you just talking? Let Jermaine talk. And I'm like, well, what do you got to say? He don't know nobody, him and you. Who you talking to? What he gonna say? I'm like, oh, okay. And when I looked at him, I just felt he didn't eat his food for one, and me, I just not even paying attention, and I just looked at his eyes. I was like, what's happening? What's going on? And he got on one knee and he proposed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that I love that.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That's my love of the year. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and I was glad that he actually had us a part of that. I thought that was really, really nice of him to include us in that.
Yes.
Nice.
I appreciate that, because that's where I am. That's all. Y'all hear me talk about my guy, my manager, my this, my that, like more than anybody. Because y'all see me every day or talk to me, and so y'all know what's going on. So I really thought people was like, well, why do you do it at your job? I was like, I don't know. I didn't ask them, but it was I love it. I loved it. It was perfect. He asked my dad. My dad knew. So wherever it is.
Yeah, because they went together for the ring, and he talked, and everything like that. Yeah, he had told us that he had did that with your father.
Yeah, I'm not no spring chicken. Like, I don't need to be like, I don't know where it was supposed to be. It was where it was.
Supposed to be where it was.
There it is.
It was supposed to be where it was.
It happened where he wanted it to happen.
That's where he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It was a great opportunity because, it was lunchtime. All of us were there together. They had an opportunity to meet him.
Yeah.
So that was a perfect timing. Don't let people get in your head like that.
No.
That was beautiful, and that's what he wanted to do, and that's what makes it special.
Yeah. And I didn't. I was like, that's where he wanted it to be.
Exactly.
I don't know what you asking me for. He asked me to marry him, and that's where he wanted to do it.
It could have been at the fucking car wash. Who cares?
Right. Why are you asking me a question, first of all? Just say congratulations. That's all you have to say. All you have to say.
Where did you get asked that?
Right. How about that? Where did you get asked?
Stop it, people. Come on, just stop it.
Just say congratulations and keep it pushing.
Yeah. There you go.
What have you hated about this year?
What I have hated this year, to be honest, was the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because of the relationships. A lot of relationships have suffered. We have to do a lot of, especially with friends and stuff. When you have friends that live out of town and everything, and, your friends have grandkids and stuff like that and family. And then they have adults, parents that they take care of. And everybody was really scared. And, you were even scared to accept invitations.
Yeah.
Different places and stuff like that. Because like me, I got COVID. That shit was real. You know what I mean? And I'm not a sickly person, but I was down on my ass for 3.5 weeks. Real talk. And ended up getting COVID pneumonia.
Was that this year or last year?
That was last year.
That was this
time last year. Remember last Thanksgiving?
Right. Because you was about to go. Yeah.
And so what had happened was I thought that after that year it was going to be okay and it's going to be over and we're going to get back to life. We never got back.
No, we didn't.
We never got back. So this year, we went into another year of not being able to gather together.
Right.
Like we used to, family, friends, who, nobody cared, close friends, you go into their house or whatever, you know what I mean? Spending the night, just having a good time, coming back, stuff like that. All that kind of stuff was taken away from us.
Yeah. For another year.
For another year. That's what I hated about this year, was that we had another year of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And, we just didn't have an opportunity to get out and spend that time that we usually spend with our friends and everything and family members and stuff. And, to be honest, it stopped some of my travel because, I'm just shell shocked here.
Right.
And I don't want to get sick again. And I'm afraid, because I would have been there now.
Right. Yeah.
Actually.
Right.
But, I just don't want to travel with all those people.
Right.
I got PTSD on that, But that's what I really hated, is that this second year, we have a second year of the pandemic. And I think it stops a lot. And then you have to tell people too, well, you have to ask the question, are you vaccinated? Now it's like, did you get the booster? Well, you know what? Guess what? You have to wear the mask now in establishments. People are checking vaccination cards and things like that to get into different events and everything.
Yes.
I mean, this is like more serious than it was a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we find out we need a booster. I mean, I hate this.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe a year. My sister told me this is going to go on for 5 years. And so I'm just like, we'll see. But hell,
and we are year 2, going into year 3 now.
And we get these variances.
Yeah.
And it's and they said we're gonna keep on getting these variances until everybody gets vaccinated.
And these people don't want to get vaccinated. They don't. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. I wish that we can wear like a bracelet that say, I don't want to wear a mask, because like we have the mandate now that you have to wear it in everywhere, not just in Los Angeles County, it's Orange County, it's all those places. So
in the state of California, yeah.
Yes. And so those folks that haven't been wearing them, they're like, oh, we're fine. We're not going to wear them. That's fine. If you don't want to wear them, I feel like you shouldn't be able to get first dibs if something happened to you in the hospital. I'm sorry. Because you don't want to wear the mask. So, and you didn't care. So you can come to the hospital, but you're going to be one of them ones sitting in the hallway, because the people that were wearing the mask will be seen first. Because that's just not fair. You're going to take a bed because you feel like, I don't need to wear it. Fine, you don't need to wear it. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. But don't be looking to be the first in the line when you need medical care.
I agree with that. I swear I agree with that. Because, I mean, this stuff is crazy. I mean, and when I talk to my therapist, it's just like, she has never been so booked in her life.
Everybody is like,
everybody can't handle this shit. They can't handle their spouse.
Right.
They can't handle their children. They can't even get to work. They can't even get to work and, get away from the family or just have a normal life.
Right.
Everybody's sticking in that house together or whatever and stuff. And things are getting tried.
Right.
So it's just like, hey, you know what? I need some help to be able to cope with this crap.
Right.
Because it's hard. It's just tough. And it's just like, I'm like, oh, wow, really? She's like, oh, my God. She said, it's crazy busy.
Oh, my God. I believe it.
And she's like, I'm not taking no new patients, Mary. I'm just not doing any of that. I said, really? She said, I can't. I'm out of room.
Right. Oh.
I'm like, and she's been in that predicament for 2 years.
Woo.
I'm so glad you like me.
Right. I'm so glad I got in when I did.
And I'm so glad we know each other. And, we can just pick up and talk and all that stuff like that. But I'm telling you, this shit is so real. And it is really taking a toll on people's lives, people's livelihood. Even families and churches, all of that.
Yeah.
It's affecting a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Schools,
yeah,
it's affecting everybody. Grandma, parents, grandchildren, children. It's affecting everybody across the board, and I hate it.
Yeah, Yeah.
What about you? What is it that you hate that you hated this year?
I hated the pandemic for every reason that you stated. And then at the end of this year, this smash and grab and these people out here just coming up on coming up on you when you park in your car and trying to get into your house. Just the crime that's going on is making me so fearful to be outside of my home. Like I want to go to work and I want to come right back home. I don't want to go. I have not been shopping. The shopping that I have done has been online and delivered because I don't want to be in no situation. You can't go out and eat and be on them little outside things. They walking up to you with guns and they grabbing your bag and they taking your jewelry and it's
watch
with a gun to you and in broad daylight. In broad daylight. Like it's the end of the world about to happen because this is just crazy. It's so crazy. And that, I hate it. I hate it because we live in a free world and we should be able to do what we can, especially now with the pandemic. There's many things that we can't do, but the things that we can do, we can't do because we feel for it to go out because crazy people want to do dumb shit. And
I mean, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even the smash and grabs, like you said, going into these places and just, I'm talking about, 20, 30 people deep.
Yes. And you in the middle of them and they just come rushing in, Ooh. Grabbing stuff and you like, oh my God, like what's happening? It's just, it's, I don't know what these people want, what they get out of it, what high they get from, I don't know, but they are hurting people. They show these people, with the ring lights and they, trying to put the key in the house and here these people come walking up and hitting them with the gun butt. And I'm just like, oh, it's just so. Last night at some little Italian restaurant or something, club or whatever in Hollywood somewhere on the west side, guy came out the club. Somebody walked up to him, took his Rolex watch and his wallet and all this stuff, but this dumb fool, so he was drunk and he was like, yeah, he came up to me and took my watch. He looked like he was probably like an Italian guy. Took my $60,000 Rolex watch, took my wallet at gunpoint, but I wasn't scared. But you know what? I think his friend, you can see his friend coming up okay, let me go grab my friend because he talking, he been drinking, so okay. I wish I wouldn't have put the microphone in front of him because he was just on lit. He was on lit.
Oh my God!
And then
they knew he was on lit. That's
why he got it. That's why he got it. And then another man down in the west side was driving like this little Bentley and. Guys drove up in the car, jumped out the car, put gun to him. Homeboy reversed on their ass and got out of there.
You gotta be smart.
Okay. You gotta think quick.
Gotta think quickly.
Yeah.
You better move or I'm gonna run your ass over.
Yep, I'm gonna run you over. I'm out of here. And every time I come into my building, I'm watching to see if cars are behind me.
That's right.
I ain't got shit. But I'm just saying, you don't know if people are following you or watching you, and I hate that about the end of this year. I just really hate the fear that I have allowed these assholes to put in me to where I just like, I'm good. I don't want to do nothing. The other thing that I hate is that I wasn't able to do comedy this year like I had been doing in the past 2 years. I didn't want to go on stage. I caught myself. I was at one of the shows that I did this year, and I caught myself spitting. So like when I'm talking, when talking you into it, and I seen as I'm on stage, the light hit the little droplet of spit as I was talking, and it grossed myself out. I was like, so if I'm spitting, I'm sure others are spitting, and we have this mic in our hand, I'm good. And I sat there after I got off stage, and I looked, and I just sing, shoo, shoo, shoo,
Oh my God.
It just grossed me out. I was like, this is the last show that I'm doing. This is the last show that I am doing. I can't. I can't do it. So that was the last show that I did, and then I ended up doing Wanda's show, which was a clean and crazy comedy show, because she asked me, and I'll do anything for her. So, because she do anything for me, so I said, okay, I'll do it, and I did, and I had a really good time. But I'm good right now. Like I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it unless I have and I don't want to go on stage with gloves and all this, I don't want to go like that. So I'll just, I'll just keep writing and keeping it all in, and when the dust settles, then I'll go back on stage.
Yeah, when you're feeling better about it.
Yeah, because I was just like, that's just asking to get sick. Like, we spitting all over this mic. Gross. I was like, no. What have you learned this year? What's something you learned?
What did I learn this year? I'm going to get into my personal life a little bit. I try to stay clear of that, but whatever. It's my story to tell, right?
Yep, and you can tell it.
I found out that the man that I thought that was my father all these years was not my father.
Mm-hmm.
I found out through DNA that this man, well, first of all, let me say this. I found out that someone else was my biological father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But come to find out that this man that is my father, his sister was a very close friend to my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I grew up with his sister. I never knew him.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up with all of his sister's kids. Mm-hmm. Well, most of them that were my age, We played together and did that. Our mothers were close and everything. So, and his mother's been in my life since I've been around, because we got pictures of, his sister holding us as children and the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it was hard. It was hard for me. That's when I called my therapist and said, hey, I got a situation going on here that I can't deal with. Mm-hmm. I thought I could deal with it at first, but I couldn't. So anyway, I called my therapist and we started working on things and kind of, peeling everything back and taking a look at stuff and talking through stuff. And, I'm still, getting past a lot of stuff and dealing with a lot of stuff or whatever. And it has been, let's see, I found out October. It's been a year. It's been a little over a year. Mm-hmm. It's been, 14 months, I guess, since I found out about my dad. It's kind of hard to say dad because I grew up with a stepfather that was like really my daddy, and he did such a wonderful job with us. So I never missed a beat in the father area at all.
Right.
Anyway, but the man that I thought was my father that we spent every other weekend with, summer vacations, half of Christmas vacation, and things like that, he was not my father, and that kind of saddened me quite a bit because I was his baby girl.
Right.
So now he doesn't have a baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I ended up meeting my father. I met my father in July. It took a long time because I had a lot of stuff to work through, and I'm still not done working through it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I can say, I'm glad I got the opportunity to meet him, knowing that, he is my biological father. That, it kind of happened late in both of our lives. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I am just glad that we were able to meet and talk. I actually heard his voice. I can hear his voice,
Right.
like that. And, we hug each other and things like that. And then all these, the family that were just close friends
Right.
with us are now cousins and relatives to me. So that was something that I learned this year. And I'm not going to say that it was, a positive thing for me. But like I said, I'm working through it. And I can say we did start a relationship. I haven't shared much with, family members and things like that because I have to get myself together and figure out all this stuff before I'm able to share it. Because sometimes when things are brought up, it causes different triggers for me.
Right.
So what I'm doing is, I'm almost 60 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot to unpack and figure out and like what and oh my God. So I'm just trying to get through everything. And I learned a lot about myself this year. I learned a lot about my family, whether I wanted to or not.
Right.
And it brought me to appreciate everything that I did have. Everything that I did have. And I really appreciate my upbringing. And I do sometimes sit back and wonder what my life would have been like if, in fact, I would have been in my biological father's life. But I don't know, and I will never know.
No.
What I can say is that I had a wonderful childhood, adulthood. I had a wonderful stepfather. The man that I thought was my father was a beautiful human being. And it was all nice. I had two daddies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I figured out that, I actually have a biological father here. So I feel very fortunate.
Right.
I just wish that we had more time with each other. But I mean, he's like 96 years old, so it's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, we have visited a few times. So, yeah, I'm just working through that. That's something that I learned. And it has definitely changed me. And it changed my view on a lot of things. It changed my view on a lot of things. And what I can say is never say never.
Yeah. Because you never know. You never know what's going on.
You just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. And yeah, so I'm dealing with it, and I'm better than what I was.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm still not where I really want to be. I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm just not there yet.
It's gonna take some time to work through. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really a lot. So yeah, that's my story, and that's what I learned in 2021.
Yeah.
What about you?
I learned that I can be a entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I learned about working in a restaurant. Like something this is a two-sided coin, because although I don't cook, I do like to cook.
Oh, okay.
I do. And as long as I have a recipe,
Yes,
whenever
yes.
I cook, I feel like a chef. Like I really, honestly, I'm in there and I'm doing it, and I'm like, I feel like I know what I'm doing.
There you go. Yeah.
And I feel good about it. And I've always thought about having a restaurant, but I'm the one known that don't know how to cook. So everybody's like, "Oh, Margot, she don't know how to cook. What you bringing the ice? And you bringing the sodas?" And I'd be like, I'm gonna bring that. I'll bring that. And I never pushed myself to say, or to do what, I do on my own. Like if I'm like, you know what, like Mary brought me this beautiful cookbook that I'm going to start in 2022 because I told you I was going to do it every 2022. Oh yeah, we go 2022. Every Sunday I have my book tabbed. Actually, my book is right here. I have my book tabbed on all of the things that I am going to.
That's a whole lot of tabs.
That's a whole lot of Sundays. I have my book tabbed. And every Sunday, I'm going to select a meal out of the book that you gave me for my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to cook it, and I'll take a picture of it and do what I have to do.
That's right.
Yes. So I love to do that. And I created, I guess this was right before the beginning of this year. I had created an Instagram page called Margot with the T.
Yes,
Margot with the T. And originally, I was going to use that to do pretty much what we're doing on here. Giving the tea, what's going on and whatever. I'm like, but that didn't sit with me. Like it didn't stick with me. Like I was like, I'll do that on art, just being me. So why would I do it again on Instagram? I was like, okay, but let me just marinate on it. So I made a lemon bar from a TikTok. It was from a TikTok video that I seen. It's like a lemon bar thing. I don't know how to describe it. But I made it and I had recorded myself making it.
Look at you.
And I said, I'm going to edit it. And you know what? I am going to use Margot with the T as I'm going to make food. I'm going to utilize recipes that I see on TikTok, on Instagram, in cookbooks and whatever. And I'm going to record it. And then I'm going to put it on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
So if I can make it, anybody can make it.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
There you go. So I was like, you know what? Because I'm not at the kitchen every day. I'm at the kitchen on the weekend. But I just wanted something. And I know that I love to cook. That I do know about myself. But I know that I'm not like a natural cook. A little sprinkle here and a sprinkle there. And no, I don't know that. Now, give me my teaspoons and my 1/4. give me my measuring cups. Let me level it out. I'm gonna follow the direction to the T. Okay. Then it'll come out good. So that is what I'm exploring for 2022. Is the Margot with the T brand will be me making different recipes and putting it on YouTube. YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that's what I learned about myself. That I know that I learned this year is that I like to cook. Like, I'm going to say that I like to cook. I'm going to stop saying that I don't cook. I don't cook. I don't cook, but I do like to cook.
But when you get in there, you enjoy it.
I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. So, all the way to the point where I was thinking about taking like a baking class, like to bake cookies and cakes and stuff like that. Because my mom is known for. She's still here. My mom is known for making the best cookies you ever would want to taste, and the best cakes that you would ever want to taste, and pies. But my mom is suffering from dementia, and so she's no longer making cakes and pies and all that stuff. She don't even remember, how to make it. And that's something I wish that I would have paid attention to when I was younger. But that's what she's known for. So I would like to take that on one day. I don't know.
Yeah, now what you can do too, let me just offer this little tidbit. What you can do is get you they have cookbooks set up just for baking. And you could start there with those recipes in there, so you can practice, get the hang of everything, all the instruments and stuff like that, the different types of, measurements and the different types of spices and things like that. And then what you do after you make them and you taste them or whatever, and then you can go back and kind of, um, change them
Yeah,
a little bit.
put some of
You
this
know what
and
I
some of
mean?
that and whatever.
Yeah, but once you get it, the basic, and
Mm-hmm.
then you could tweak it the way you want to,
Mm-hmm.
and you make it your special,
Mm-hmm.
and then you write your notes in that cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it becomes like a Margot special. You
Mm-hmm.
know, baking. You're baking like your mom now. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because you're tweaking it. You know,
Yes.
and you put a little twist on it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like that. But just start with just a baking cookbook
Yeah.
and learn those recipes in there, and then tweak them.
Yeah. And that's actually what she really did. She
Yeah.
would cut out recipes because she has a book.
Uh huh.
And I went through it and I was like, Mom, where's your cookie recipes? And they just like cut out recipes, and that's probably exactly what she did. She got the
Yeah.
recipe, but she tweaked it and made it her own recipe. I'm like, I
Yes,
don't
you
remember
did.
this cookie, but she did her own thing with the cookie,
Right.
and she wrote it
Exactly.
down what she did. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go and look and see some of her recipes, and then
Hmm.
see how I can tweak it, like you said. So
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I like to bake too. I baked a lot when my kids were young. I'm talking about, we did the cookies, we did the gingerbread, we
mm-hmm.
did all that. I love baking, but I don't do a lot of it like I used to anymore because it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I share a lot with my sister. Here, you guys come and get this. I bake
Mm-hmm.
this, I bake that. When I feel like I want to do something. So what me and my sister are going to do, we talked about. She's going to make two different. She's making all these cookies, and she's going to do that. And I'm making two different type of cookies, and then we're going to trade cookies. You
Oh,
know,
that's cool.
that or whatever. But I was thinking about, I wanted to make a cobbler, but I don't want it to be a peach cobbler because peach cobblers to me ring summertime. But
Mm.
I want a berry cobbler.
Mm.
And I was thinking about making a real nice berry cobbler, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know, but I want berries.
That sounds really. I
I
want
want
berries.
berries. But
That sounds
yeah,
good.
and yeah, and you know what? Maybe I'll order you another cookbook. Um, but let me show you. This thing is so heavy. See this right here?
Oh, taste of home baking. Ooh.
You know what I mean? And then it has all the pictures. You see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like
That's
that.
what you need.
Yeah.
That's where you start from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can write your notes and see how they got the lovely pictures and everything.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you get
Nope.
that from? I need that.
You know what? I don't even remember. But I have so many cookbooks, right? And so you tweak them. You just tweak them, and then they show you about the different measurements. Look at all that,
Oh, wow. Oh,
all
that's
all that
good.
kind of stuff. They teach you all that kind of stuff, how to do different things, what different things mean when you see them in the cookbooks and stuff like that. So yeah, start that, and they even tell you how to substitute stuff. Look.
Oh, yeah. Take a
Yeah.
picture of that book. I'm gonna find that book. I like that
Okay.
book.
But see, and then Margot, you got the rings on it.
Yeah, you can add your own little
You can
pages in
put
there.
your own little recipes like your mom did and stick them on
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
like
like
it.
that. I'm gonna take a picture of that book. Yeah.
Yeah,
And girl, please, I have so many cookbooks. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But this is what I do. When I feel like I want something, I go through all the cookbooks and see what is the best recipe. And then I'm looking at the recipe and saying, I got that right here in the kitchen. I'm going to make that one out that cookbook because I got
Right,
everything that they say I
right,
need. You know what I mean? But yeah, start it, girl. Your cookies will be better than your mom.
right. Well, step up. Yeah,
Just do it. Just do it. You
I'm
can
gonna
do
do
it.
it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because
And you got
yeah,
that big old island in there. You got a whole bunch of room in that kitchen.
yeah, yep. And I'm sure she got all the stuff still
Yeah.
in there. have to go borrow it from her. So yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm going to take that picture. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Oh, cool.
A new edition now too. I don't know what edition this is. It's a new edition, but
it's a newer edition.
I don't know what that means.
What could you have done without this year? I could do without it.
What I could have done without. Here you go.
Thank you.
There you go. I'm sitting there. Girl. I have you in the go-go, not Margot. I have to remember that. What I could have done without. I could have done without my brother passing.
That was the shit.
And then my uncle passing. I could have done without all that. I could have done without those two. When I had a cousin that passed, I had three passings in 2001. And I could have done without that. I could have done without that. Because everything was hitting like a ton of bricks.
Right.
Every time something happened, as far as my biological father and then the death of my brother and then this and then that, it was a lot. I mean, and then you heard a lot about, the friends that were dying from COVID and, the parents and, and it's got really sad. I could have done without all those deaths.
Right.
And the thing was that, it took a long time because the mortuaries were scared.
Right.
And you couldn't even go in there and have a decent funeral. There were no churches open. It was a lot. It was a lot. And you just felt bad and, you wanted their soul to be rested and everything. But, it was just too tough and people couldn't come out and you had to have a certain amount of people and it wasn't fair to everybody.
Right.
And, I could have dealt with all of that. That's the truth. I could have dealt without those deaths. Because I don't know. It was hard, and then getting everybody together, and then the mask wearing, and how we black folks get together, and they had these big old huge repasses, and that stuff going to the next day.
Right.
I mean, and it's a lot. It was a lot for me. I could have done without that. There was 3 significant deaths in my family in 2001.
Wow.
Yeah. I could have done without that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
What about you?
I could have done without the Karens.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's just something about people when they feel that they are better than. And now that they're being caught on camera doing it, it's just like, are you serious? Like, you really are out here acting a nut, a purity nut. And I'm actually probably could have done with that because I do actually like that those people are being exposed for the people that they really are, and they are losing their jobs and they're losing friends and family and people because they are being themselves and they're being caught on camera. So actually, I guess I could do with that. Let's see, what could I have done without this year? I personally, I could have done without my mom's dementia progressing.
Yeah,
it's like I have been able to just live like in a fog, kind of just be like, okay, oh yeah, she forgets. Oh yeah, it's okay. But this year, it has progressed in a way to it's just like I can't ignore it. Like it is there. It is what it is. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And when you know your parents to be one way, and then now they're not that way anymore. Like for the most part, she is. Like she's still stuck in, I'll say, when we were little. Like that's the mother that she is right now, is like when we were younger.
Okay.
So that's fine, but then she gets set in like a whole, like my mom is like me. We hold everything in. We super duper syrupy, nice. Everybody, we yes. And I think because I actually thought about this yesterday. I was cleaning up and I said, dang. I said, my mom is like I never seen one time I seen my parents fight. Not like fist fight, but they had an argument. And my mom is always super nice in this. Okay, yeah, I do it. And when they had that argument, she went off. Like, who's that? What happened?
Somebody in the house?
Okay. Who mama is that? My mama. Well, that's the mother that I have right now.
Okay.
Very sassy. Very... I don't need to...
accustomed to that?
Not at all.
Okay.
And that's the mother that I got this year. And although she is not like that to me, but I see her and I hear her. And even when I try to take her to the doctor, she's like, well, I don't need you to treat me like a little kid. I know what I'm doing. Like, I could take myself to the doctor. No, you can't, because you don't drive. So I have to take you. Well, I done went to the doctor already. And it's just like, and my dad gets it really bad because he's her caretaker. Like, he's there with her all day long.
Right.
And I feel for him because he has to take it. You know, he knows that the situation is there. So whatever she's spewing out, he knows that's not her. You know what I'm saying? But to have to take it and take it and take it, he's human. You know, it's just like a lot. So seeing him, my sister said, Dad looks tired. And he does. He looks tired. You see the bags in his eyes, and you see just like he just looks bad. He looks bad because now he's the one that's taking it, and he's not gonna say nothing to her. He's not gonna come back. But that's what she was doing. She was like, he wouldn't be arguing or anything, but if anything that he said, she'd be like, oh, okay, cool, just take it, even if she didn't want to do it. If she would, because she would hated going to like his family house and stuff, but because that's her husband and he wanted to go, so she's like, oh, okay, I'll go. And then she in the car the whole time joking with me and my best friend used to go with us all the time. We'd be sitting in the course like, I don't know why he got me over here. I don't want to be here in the first place. So she talking shit, but to him, she's like, oh, I'm here, whatever.
Yeah. Right.
So now he has to take it. He has to take it from her. And
well, he got it a different way years ago.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I mean? So and they say a lot of dementia patients do that. They say some of them can get real ornery.
She's there with him. There with him.
Yeah. She
wrote down something. I took it to... I wish I would have asked that lady, can I see that paper? Whatever she wrote, I forgot what question she asked her, my mom, and she had to write it on a paper and hand it to the doctor. And she said, she read it, she said, oh, I ain't gonna let your husband see that one.
Oh, shut up. Oh my God.
I was like, oh. I was like, what the heck did she write? What did she write?
Let her take it to a grave.
That's what I said. I didn't even ask. I said,
don't even worry about it.
It is what it is. Whatever she wrote, she wrote.
You know what? That's their relationship.
Right. Exactly. I'm just like, okay. But, I mean, he takes care of her. He loves her. I know that. And he just, we do give him a break. On the weekend, sometimes he just want to go. He has family in Riverside, San Diego, and Oceanside. So sometimes he goes see his sisters, or he go work on odd. He does construction work, so he'll go work some little odd end jobs, and he just keep an eye on your mom, and we go give her breakfast and lunch and dinner, and we check on her, and she's fine because she's set, which is the great thing right now. Let me knock on some wood, because she's still set in the mind of every day is a Saturday to her. It's Saturday. I don't have to go to work today. Or sometimes she'd be like, "Oh, I went to work today." You did. Okay. You went to work today. Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Right. Be like, okay, cool. But when she's at home, she's just like doing her routine thing. She's washing clothes. She's washing dishes. She's cleaning up the rooms. She's doing that. So, knock on wood right now, that's great because she's just set in the mind that I'm at home and I'm doing my household chores.
Right.
When it progresses more, then she won't be able to be by herself because she will be. Now, she do sometimes leave. Like she picks up her, because she thinks she can still drive. Pick up her purse and she walk a door. But I have an alert on my phone when that door open. When my dad is home, we turn an alert on. And it'll go off on all of our phones. And then you can rewind back the tape where you see her pick up her purse. She go outside. And the other day, a couple of weeks ago, she went outside. My dad has a camera where he can see outside. Mm-hmm. And so we called him. He's like, look on the camera because she got her purse. She got her sweater. She was out.
Yeah.
He said, I know exactly where she at. I said, what you mean you know where she at? He said she's sitting under that tent where the twins' swing is, sleep. And I say, she sleep. He said, watch. He turned it on. He looked at it. He said, yeah, she's sitting in the chair underneath the tent, and she sleep. And she was asleep. And so my sister, it was a hot day though. So my sister was like, okay, I'm gonna wait and see, because she lives closer than I do. Mm-hmm. And see if she comes back in, in a couple of minutes or whatever. If not, I'm going to go over there. She didn't come in a couple of minutes. My sister went over there. By the time she got over there, she was in the house.
Girl, that one was hot. She went out there to enjoy that sun.
She did.
She rest, honey.
Just sleeping.
She got, the sun beating down on her face. It felt good.
Uh-huh.
She was asleep.
She was asleep. She was knocked out.
Oh, girl, I could just feel that. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, well, at least she made it back in the house.
Yeah, she was on her own property.
Yeah, she was there, and everything is locked up. She can't let she hop a fence or something, so she ain't going nowhere. And if she hop a fence, it's going into our neighbor, and he's aware of everything, so he'll know. Okay,
okay.
Let me call Michael. She done hopped the fence.
Mama going over that fence.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I could have done without that this year.
I know. It's just like when you hear about everybody's parents and what's happening with them, and it's just so hard. Mm-hmm. It's so hard. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, and then we become the caregivers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we be the person that start handling the business and getting the caregivers in the house and doing all this kind of stuff. And Lord have mercy.
It's a lot. It is a lot. What would you do over again? Maybe if there was anything that you would have done over again.
I think that I don't think I would have voted for Biden.
Who was our choices? Biden and Trump? You would have had to.
I mean, no. I'm just saying that. I mean, him and what's her name?
Kamala.
Okay. I wouldn't. I mean, if I could do something over again, I wish they wouldn't have been the one that was on the Democratic ticket.
Okay.
I really don't. We don't know what Kamala doing. We don't hear from Kamala. I don't know what she doing, child.
Right.
I mean, she put on them Converse, girl, and went out there and she was celebrating her H what is it HBCU and everything like that. I ain't seen her do nothing. I haven't heard her doing anything
she just
or whatever.
disappeared.
I mean, he told all them lies and talking about what he gonna do for us and all that kind of stuff, and talking about, if we was black, when somebody interviewed him or something.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't vote for Trump
like that. And here's the thing: you ain't did shit. You haven't done nothing. You said, what did he say he was going to do with those student loans? 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
All this stuff, he could not do it. He could not do it. And the thing is that he like a politician like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think we kind of jumped on it because he was the Republican. I mean, he was the Democrat, and it was his lifelong dream to become a president, and they gave that to him. And the only way he thought he was going to get the win if Kamala was on the ticket.
Right, and he got it.
And I'm just so upset, and I just wish we could be a little smarter. And the Democrats are not strategic at all.
Right.
And it's just like, we need some people in there. And I really think that, there was a lot of people out there that were qualified and that did a better job than him. We don't have to have those old fogies in there and, let them do their little backroom, talking and deal making and all this kind of stuff. We need some young blood up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people that are not afraid to speak up, and there's no bones in the closet with these people.
Right.
And if they are, they don't care.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. We need to get them old fogies out of there and have these young folks come up in here.
Yeah, they really do.
And do this. We need to start, being a little strategic about our votes and how we're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not pleased with them at all, Margot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not pleased with them at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. He can throw all of the stimulus checks he want to, and he can say he's going to give us this and he's going to that. He ain't giving a shit.
Right.
Because gas is high, food's high, everything
is high. Oh my God.
They are having these tornadoes all over the place. These houses, these people can't get back. Girl, look. On his watch, everything to me, and all the people in Afghanistan, girl, it's sad. It makes me want to cry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I could have did without you, Biden.
Right.
I could have did without you. And I just feel like they just the good old boys. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think we need some new blood in here. And these people, they need to die.
They need to go where they've been there.
They need to retire. They
forever.
Need to do what they want to do or whatever. And we need to start standing up for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Pelosi, come on, you guys. Margot. It makes me sick. It makes me want to throw up every time I see Biden taking a step trying to walk. Pelosi, I'm just like, lady. I'm just like, we should be grooming other folks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks out there that can do this job.
Yeah, they're gonna be dead before they can groom them to do it. Like, y'all need to bring them in.
Yeah,
bring them in and work with y'all.
Politics. We don't care about that anymore.
Right.
Because all that shit is obsolete.
Right.
Okay. Now we're gonna get some new people in there, and there's gonna be some new politics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you guys need the chance, and we need to back these folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get these old folks out here. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm like Stevie Wonder. You ain't done nothing.
Ain't done a damn thing.
You know what
I ain't seen nothing happen.
You ain't done nothing. I'm just like, come on with it. Now, you guys know I'm tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
And Kamala, I'm done. I'm done with you.
Mm-hmm.
We are done. And like they said, they was telling us all about Kamala a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. But we let them pearls and them chucks fool us.
and that Howard University, that bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But She did a lot of stuff about putting black men in jail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of black people was talking about.
Yeah, and Biden turned around and prepared the paperwork for what's his face? Prepared the paperwork for the one with Lewinsky.
Oh, Bill Clinton.
Yeah, to sign to get people in jail to pass these laws and stuff like that to house these. I mean, to get all the minorities in the jails, all the men in these jails and stuff like that. See, that kind of stuff we should have been bringing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that would have told us about Biden's mindset. Right. Just because he was the vice president for Obama does not necessarily mean that he makes a good president.
Right. I think he utilized Obama.
You can't forget about these people's history.
Right.
And you know what? We need to start checking, do some facts checking and going back and hey, the internet is still up. We can go back and trace all this shit on people, what they said, what they believe in, who they voted for, all kind of shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that. That's one thing that I wish I could take back. And I really wish that we would have let his old ass just stand out there and lose that race. We didn't owe him nothing.
Right.
We should have voted somebody else. And
another party.
To represent the Democrats. And I think we would have been in a better position than we are today.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I cannot believe the type of inflation that we're having right now.
Ridiculous.
Margot, come on. The ships and stuff is just sitting out there.
Right.
Oh my God. And all he want to say is he's going to give credit, you know, to child care. Okay, that's fine. You should have been doing that a long time ago. Okay, that's fine. But that's not the end all to the be all.
Right.
The be all to the end all. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other things that you need to take care of.
Right.
I mean, you go out the grocery store with 2 bags and it's $60.
Right.
You know,
it's so high.
It's ridiculous.
The gas is high.
Stop blaming everything on, you know, well, the cargo is out there in the ocean and stuff like that. Well, how are you going to get the cargo up here on land and pay people to drive these trucks to take this stuff where it needs to be?
Right.
Where's the bottleneck at? You know what I mean? Where's the bottleneck?
Right.
You know, and how come you can't get us what you promised? Because when it came out your mouth, you had no business promising if you wasn't sure you could get it.
Mm-hmm.
Screw you, man. You didn't do us no good. You didn't do us no good. I don't believe in you.
Was this his first year? Was this his first year? He still have another year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 4 years. 4 years.
And the thing is, his approval rate right now is in the toilet. Nobody's giving a damn about him.
Mm-mm.
And the infrastructure, what are you doing about that?
Right.
Fucking 17's a mess.
Yeah.
I'm sick of you, dude. I'm sick of you talking and ain't doing nothing.
Right.
You know, no, we don't need a Trump. We're past that. We know we don't need him.
Right.
But there's other qualified people out there.
Yeah.
There's some young whippersnappers out there, and we need to be looking at them.
Yeah.
We should be vetting these people right now.
Yeah. And get them ready for the next 3 years. Get them going. Get them.
Like I said, we're not even strategic enough for that bullshit. They just make me so mad. I'm just getting so mad.
Right.
That's one thing I wish I could do over again.
Right.
And you know, I just would have voted under another party or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just Biden. You know, and you and Kamala. You know what y'all could do. Kamala, enjoy while you got it, boo.
Okay.
You won't be making president.
Right.
Won't be making president. I'm sorry.
No. Mm-mm.
No,
she disappeared in the abyss. Like
I bet she come back though. I bet she come back when it's time to be running and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know what? No, you stay in the abyss somewhere.
Right. Right. Yep.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I haven't seen anything that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Or heard that you. What are you handling now? What's on your plate?
Right.
You know what I mean? Let us know what's on your plate and how it's going. You ain't letting us know nothing.
Right.
And I'll Biden keep. Every time I see that man at the podium talking about go get vaccinated, I want to say, go lay down.
Go lay down somewhere.
Go lay down somewhere. We know about that, about vaccination and stuff like that. Everybody needs to get vaccinated. We know that. Go get your booster. We know that. Stop saying the same thing.
Go take the prices down off of gas and everything else. And
food, so these folks can eat.
Yeah. Got a cream cheese shortage.
There is no reason for nobody to have no money in their house. So we gave them stimulus checks. How long did you think, you know what? You're so fucking out of touch. How long did you think those stimulus checks last anybody?
Right.
With the prices of shit today and the cost of rent.
Right.
Are you crazy right now? How far did you think your little stimulus checks got when people got 4 and 5 kids? When their kids are at home, that they can't even go to school and they have to feed their kids. They're not even getting the lunches at school anymore or anything like that. And the kids are snacking all day or whatever. And the mother and father is getting drove crazy. Got to have people come to the house because they got to go to work and everything. How far do you think them goddamn stimulus checks went?
Right.
And Uber went up.
Ooh, did it?
Girl, shit. Uber went up. All that stuff went up, girl. All that stuff went up. Girl, have you been on Amazon?
That went up too?
Girl, start comparing them prices. Amazon. Girl.
Oh, you know what?
Ooh.
It did. I was comparing prices, Target against Amazon, and they was the same price.
Girl, listen. Me and my daughter, she was comparing prices and stuff. And honey, some of the shit was double on Amazon.
Oh, see. That's
on
not
Amazon,
good.
On Amazon. And then you had to kind of try to balance things out because of the delivery dates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you want to be able to get your items,
right?
You know, and stuff like that. But I just think I don't even believe half of that stuff. I think people do that just to gouge the system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they use that excuse. Just like when you order something. Well, due to COVID, bitch, please.
Right.
The post office ain't closed down. You can send that stuff out. Due to COVID, nothing.
Right. Just an excuse.
Okay? And don't say, well, it's going to take time because all the merchandise is out there at sea and it hasn't came in on the cargo. If then people get down there and all that money that they make down there on them docks and stuff and bring their ass to work.
Yeah.
They can get that shit moving.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All them people and stuff that need jobs and stuff like that to take care of their families and stuff like that can drive them goddamn trucks and go in there and haul that shit.
Right.
Y'all playing games until they start saying that they gonna get charged. They gonna get charged for all that.
Right.
That stuff sitting up in there or whatever, and then they start. Oh, well, we're doing better now. Oh, we're doing better now. You know, but you got to say stuff like that.
Right.
You was supposed to do something with the gas. Ain't did shit with the gas.
No.
Rent high, food high. It's inflation time.
Mm-hmm.
Inflation time. And it's sad that it's happening on his watch. He ain't doing nothing.
No. Mm-mm.
Girl, them Republicans are running circles around his ass.
Right.
Girl, please. We need to stop with this bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Look, that was your soapbox.
Yeah. What would you do over again?
Let me see.
They would be on a fucking ticket.
Okay. That's a good one. Because I didn't even think about that. Because I have not seen them around. I just recently seen them because of the tornadoes. And he went over there. And
he went over there.
Giving, no, I'm checking this out. And here's some checks. Yeah. But I haven't seen them since then. Mm-hmm. What I would have done over is our business. I would have done the things that I learned. I wish I'd known when I started, and I would do that over, and I think that it would have made a better difference.
Okay.
Yeah, because
but you gotta learn. You know?
Yes, I learned some stuff, and I wish I would have known that in the beginning because we just kind of jumped in and been there. So if I can do that over, then I would have definitely did some stuff differently. But yeah. Yep.
But we live and learn.
Yep.
You know, just don't let it get you down. You know, this is your first time out, and you just you was just doing some stuff, and you figured it out as you went. You know?
Next year we'll do some stuff, get some stuff done. Yeah. Since we've learned some things. But yeah, that's what I would have did. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. We are hour and 20 in right now, so that is it. Like, I think that was a really good segment. We talked about some stuff that we would have done this year and loved and hated, and it's just a lot. I just pray for a better 2022, and I call it 2021 when it came in. I call it 2020.1 because it was still 2020 because it's
Yeah.
the same old shit, but it's a different year.
Right.
So I'm hoping that 2022 is not 2020.2.
Right. No, really. Yeah, I got you. I understand it.
So
I totally understand it.
I would need some kind of. It may not be the same as before, but it needs some kind of normalcy. Like if this is it that we wearing masks and this and that, then it's the norm. I don't want to hear about it no more on the news. I don't care. Do we just know we all got to wear a mask every day? I'm just tired of every time I look at the news, it's talking about COVID or Marion and Delta and all this other little Abercrombies and all this stuff. Just like too much. Just let it be. It's like the flu.
It's just too much. It's just too much, you know. And I just wish everybody would just take this shit seriously and let's move on.
Yeah.
Can we just get through this, you guys? Come on. We're in the second year. Nobody wants to do this shit for 5 years.
Right. Not at all. Not at all.
Get
it together, y'all. Get it together.
Yeah.
So, you guys enjoy your holiday, your Christmas, your New Year.
Yeah, and be safe out there, and you know, do some intentions and things like that for yourself. And we all pray that we have a great 22.
Yes, and don't be a 0.2. Be a 22.
Be a 22. Yeah.
Yes. So,
for the history books.
Yes, for sure. So we'll be back on air January 13th. January 13th.
January the 13th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1/13. Okay.
Okay, so.
Okey-dokey.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Enjoy your holidays. Be safe.
Enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes, ditto. Peace out.